Little accent on there?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's alrighty.
See, that's what we give her the mic for.
She's
That's what we give her the
alrighty.
mic for. You gotta get into it. Alrighty. The Scottish pod.
Yeah, it was very Scottish.
Tea in the colour. That's the name of the show.
What?
Tea in the colour. That's how you say it in Scottish. What are you mixing tracks
I'm
together,
going
you
today.
dumbass?
I don't feel like one
What's
of
your
the
rapper
cans-
name?
I don't feel like one of the cans, but I love the
Sorry,
cans.
turn me up,
I've
turn
had
me up.
I've had a headache all day. I feel like the cans, like by the end of every epi, the cans are squeezing my cranium.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. I usually get
That's
a
why I'm
headache at
rocking
the end of these
hi-hat
episodes
today
too.
You see, I got the hi hat.
It's high. That's a high ass
It's just
hat.
set on there.
You ever see that
Let
meme
my brain-
where
let
it's
my
like
brain Get oxygen.
you ever see that meme where it's like the safest places in the world? And it's like the top of a guy's hat, like between his head and his hat, like nothing. You can hide jewels in there and all
Yep.
kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got a haircut though recently, I can tell, because the whole head shape, it's all blending together as one. You're it's almost
looking at
looks like
myself.
your clothes are a part of your body right now,
I
like a
I get my
Clayface
hair cut,
situation,
all the time,
which is
like
good work if you can get it.
once a week at least.
Well, that's terrific. I really think that's what I would like to do.
You can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, because there's some legal issues. I'm only allowed to do it every so
Gotcha.
often.
You signed a
I
contract.
signed a contract, this and that sort of thing. I got a haircut today, though, actually.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah. Because it looks great. Come on.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, my
No,
gosh.
but with you know what? Now that you say, I can see the sides are a little shorter, but it's hard to tell with the cans on, because you're not taking a ton off the top these days, huh?
No, what is that supposed to
It
mean?
means you don't have. You're
I'm
running out of-
very self-conscious about how much I take off the top.
No,
I don't know if you know this.
That's what I'm saying. You have you're not really taking much off the top these days.
I'm not
right?
taking much off the top.
Exactly. That's
No.
all I was saying.
Okay. I'm sorry I'm so defensive about it, but
I
that's,
know, I'm not.
that's what they... Because
Okay,
I just went
did.
through it today. I just went through it today.
I did make the face as a joke when you said you got a haircut, so
Yeah,
I feel
that I
bad
get.
about that.
Well, that's funny. I wish I had done the same thing.
No, I haven't got my haircut in 4 days.
Oh, my God.
Much longer than this, and I started
That's
to freak
crazy.
out. But do you trim your own beard?
Yeah, of course.
So
What
when
am
I trim
made
my
of money?
beard, I still fade my beard into my hair, however long my hair
Your beard's
is.
looking pretty good. I
It's
was just
okay.
thinking
I'm not
today.
great at
No,
it.
I know it's not coming in. No, it's not coming in or whatever. But you have it at
No,
a
I got a
good
good-
height.
Yeah, I got
Like
a good.
it's solid. It's just
It stays the same.
It's just short. It's just real short.
Yeah, well, that's because I trim it a lot.
I know. But I need to
But I
get.
trim it
I need to
based on-
start letting my up here
Get up
grow
a
more
little
because
bit.
right now I've still got such a real small
See,
area.
part of that,
but it kind of
though,
works for me.
is you got to take a trip to like a good barber
Yeah.
that'll give you the straight razor shave, because they'll shape it out for you.
That's what
and
I
then
need
you can
to
just
do.
and then you can just maintain. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Because for a while, I mean, shout out to my previous, well, not my current kind of barber. So that's what I've had to do is I have a fill-in barber. I have a filler barber now, because I was getting my hair cut every 2 weeks, and I was getting the full face shave, hot towel, the whole nine, which
Wow.
is what I prefer to do.
Of course.
But fiscally maybe slightly irresponsible, and also like it takes
takes
an
a long
hour
time
at
to
least.
do
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And my guy, you got to book him far out. But again, cuts great hair. Shout out to him. So what I've done is I found a place where I can just like pop in, and they'll just like zit for like in between. So I go there now probably like 3 times a month, and then I go to my actual barber 1 time a month to get the full.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say
treatment.
twice a month.
No.
5 haircuts a
No,
month. That
4
does
haircuts
feel
a
like a
month.
lot. 4 haircuts a month is
Well, it depends though.
pretty good.
There's times where it gets there, like when I'm traveling a lot, like I'm getting like if I'm traveling a Saturday and a Sunday, and then I'm traveling again on a Wednesday, I'm getting my hair cut Friday, Tuesday.
cool.
You know what I mean?
Sure, I do know what you mean.
Because you gotta be all the way there. What do you got?
Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Nothing. Sorry. I'm sorry.
How did we
I
get there
wrote
again?
down. I don't
my
know.
hat's high. That's
Yeah,
why.
you got the hi hat going. Tss, 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 tss. I I've been taking these edibles before I go to bed, and I sleep right through the night. They're perfect. I get them at that place that
Do you
opened up
fall
right
right
over there.
asleep though? Like, or do you
Yeah,
have to take it, like, 45 minutes?
No, I take it like 90 minutes before, and then I lull, because then I start to feel it right before I go to bed.
Yeah. See, okay, keep going.
Well, I opened up my notes because I wanted
take
to
notes at
remember. Huh?
You take notes at night.
I take notes all the time.
Yeah.
I'm always writing notes. I was opening my notes to remind me of something to tell you after the podcast. And I opened my notes app, and it's open to a note already that apparently I wrote down last night, and it's really, really dumb. But I'll read it for you.
Yeah, I'd like to hear.
This is so stupid. Okay, this is almost like a country song.
Do you remember at what point you would have wrote this? Like
it says at 11. It says at 11:33 p.m.
So
last
when do you
night.
think you took the edible? 10 o'clock,
10
9:30.
o'clock. Yeah.
So you're right. You're right at about 90 minutes there. You're feeling you're essentially.
I was,
peak
but I
edible
know,
effects.
but I know I went to 100%. But I think I was already like
asleep,
and then I
one of those.
wrote this. The house always wins, so don't let her get the house. That sounds like you know how moms have like 1 o'clock signs and stuff like that. That sounds like a wood sign that like a divorced dad would have.
Yeah.
It is.
But they had a better
pallet
lawyer
bar.
than his ex-wife, so he kept everything.
I mean, good good work if you can get it. God bless him. Also, I had
What else you got on the list?
well, last night, this is another note from last night. I had an idea for the most ridiculous who would win contestant that we will not be able to use because nobody knows who it is. But I think that this guy could really go far in the tournament.
The show?
No, that's something else, which I literally already forgot about. But this guy, nobody knows, but I think he could really make a run in the tournament. Dr. Lita from the 90s, our dentist.
But 90s version.
90s version of him.
Yeah.
Because he's the man. He's the best, and he's a great.
How
not only is he great at what he does.
Do you think he's ran?
All of them. Probably every one.
Like not only kick things off.
Not only is he a good guy, but he's so good at his job. He's like he's the number one dentist. But in the 90s, it's like Dr. Lita, Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of. He's the Michael Jordan dentist, basically.
He'll be up in your teeth, and he'll still show some chest hair.
Oh sure, and I bet he's nicked my canine with the chain a little bit. Yeah, he's still denting. He's still denting.
When no offense to the also a great name for the guy who came over and like was taking over his practice. Dr. Lita got a little older. But the second I had to start seeing that guy is essentially when I stopped going to the dentist, which is bad.
That is bad.
I need to go to the dentist.
The other guy
need to go to the dentist.
A crazy good dentist, and he is a really good guy. But Dr. Lita is like, he's like, how do I put this? He's like the dentist version of like, I don't know, something in the 70s or something. I don't know, so like ad men back in the day where you could kind of just like have a great personality or whatever, and you could just make like a ton of money. But he's also a great dentist. But I swear, like he's got all those pictures in the hallway of like him in the I'm telling you, Dr. Lita in the 90s. This is for nobody. We're talking about this for no one.
Yeah.
But Dr. Lita in the 90s.
Unless Dr. Lita's listening.
Which I hope he is. I hope he's playing it over those little intercom things. But goddamn, Dr. Lita in the 90s. Unreal career.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, no.
This has nothing to do with what that comment was about.
Okay.
You started off saying, I started taking these edibles before I go to sleep, and I've been sleeping great through the night. And then you were like, oh, actually, a note. Were you getting into something else there about sleep, or were you getting into your notes?
No, I was just saying, like, that's why
I
have this note that I don't really remember.
I thought we were coming back to a different story.
No, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I didn't mean to disappoint you.
Do you so you're going to sleep, what time are you going to sleep on average every night these days?
It's tough to say. If I'm not doing this or a show, then I'll go to bed at like 11.
What about if you're doing this? Like what?
Well, tonight I'll still go to bed. I'll probably go to bed like about that time. maybe a little later. But these show nights, I go to bed like 12:30 or something, because it's also like you get home, and I want to stay up to do stuff. You gotta decompress. You gotta decompress big time.
Yep.
You know, especially when you're getting the kind of standing ovations that I have heard about.
Yeah. I hate that I laughed at that. I hate that I fell for it. You set it up. And
I can't believe you did. You really dropped. All right. Folks, it's the new year, and I know you want to stay focused on those resolutions, okay? You want to stay focused on making this the best year for yourself. And with a schedule like yours, okay, you got so much that you're packing in. That can be tough to do, especially when you got, a bunch of errands to run and junk, like going to the grocery store. Fuck that, okay? Because right now, I'll tell you, great news, you can start using Instacart. Because I don't know if you know this, but with Instacart, you can get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door. But the best part is, right now, 2 in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. $10, I mean, they don't sell anything for less than $10, okay? It's so easy, and you get free delivery on top of that. Come on. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. Start making things easier on yourself this year. Start using Instacart today. Folks, pick yourself up something nice over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Hoodies, mugs, bucket hats, t-shirts, long sleeves, slides, regular hats. By regular hat, I mean baseball hat. I feel like if I say regular hat, some people might think sombrero. But those people are crazy. Those are the people buying the Harley Quinn fart book. But more on that later. Foreshadowing. Okay, but the point is, the merch that we've got over at this place is top quality. Okay, we would not skimp out on you with that. We all know there's that disgusting brand. You buy a t-shirt and it feels like a cardboard box. And so many businesses and organizations stuff use this. And it's terrible because you want to support these places, but you can't wear that shirt. It's disgusting. Not with us, baby, okay? Especially the t-shirts. Try blend material. That's a blend of 3 materials, folks. That's Target quality, baby. And you're only getting that at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. So hit the link in this episode description and go check it out all for yourself. snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. And if you're interested in advertising on this show, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Podcasting, it's its own section of media now, all right? You got TV, you got radio, you got newspapers, I guess, and you got podcasting, all right? And you can see that it's carving out even a larger market for itself when companies like State Farm and McDonald's are moving into the podcast ad space. These are companies that do commercials for the Super Bowl and stuff like that. And they are putting real money into advertising on podcasts because it's effective. The problem is there hasn't really been any room for smaller or even local businesses to get in on that action, but that's what we are here for. That's what we're all about. So again, if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising, hit us up. Email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com. This is all I got for you today, Matthew.
All right, I'll carry us the rest of the way, but you got to go first.
Okay, here we go. So this is something I saw. I can't believe it's real. But it's crazy. This is what...
Before you tell me, can I try to guess?
Yeah, sure.
Is it a tub of margarine that if I didn't tell you it was margarine, you wouldn't believe that it was margarine?
You son of a bitch.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. That sucks, too. I can't believe I said that one.
We're just going to call this episode This One Sucks. Yeah. Skip this one. This one if you don't have time.
This one's for us.
This one's just for us. This one's for us and Dr. Lita.
Yeah. That should be the name of the episode.
For us and Dr. Lita. Yeah. If all non-Dr. Litas stay out. If that makes sense. Okay, moving on. We got to
cut that part.
Oh my God, Emily, cut this whole thing. This episode is just going to be us at the beginning. I don't even remember what the first thing we said. Oh no, all it's going to be is the very faint sound of Emily Scottish thing, because that was the last good thing that happened this episode, and then the very
Keep going.
end.
What do you got?
So
fight through it, Andy. Dig deep.
I'm working. So DC is releasing a new comic book. I think it's going to be a limited series. And it's
gay superhero.
No.
Oh.
They got plenty of gay superheroes. Yeah, but I don't think any of them have their own title. I'm trying to think of a gay superhero that's got their own monthly series. Dude,
that one
everybody's
girl
gay.
from X-Men. in the Deadpool movies.
Oh yeah,
Obviously, she has a girlfriend. I wasn't saying that just 'cause she looks
teenage nuclear, whatever her name is.
Yeah. She has a
There's playing
girlfriend.
gays. A lot of superheroes have been retconned to be gay though now too.
Oh, they
like
used to be.
Iceman from X-Men. He's gay
Unfamiliar.
right now. Iceman from X-Men. He's just made out of ice.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you not know?
He's
Iceman?
not in the Fantastic Four, so I don't know him.
You don't even know the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I do. Rock guy, the Thing,
Nice.
Mr. Fantastic. He's stretchy.
Yeah.
Silver Spoon.
No, no.
Is he a villain?
No.
Who's the Silver Spoon guy that's a villain?
Silver Surfer, Matthew.
Oh.
He rides a fucking surfboard. The Silver
was riding a
Spoon.
spoon.
The I thought he was riding a spoon. Silver Spoon.
Flame
He's
On.
Human Torch. That doesn't count.
Why? He
I'll
says
give-
Flame On.
Yeah, but that's not what he's called. I'll give you that
Like
one.
he should. They should have made him. They should have made him.
They should make
gay.
him gay. That's a side of. That's how they're gonna retcon his superpower. Is like each time he flames on, he like gets a little more gay,
Imagine.
and now he's gay.
All right, I'm gonna take this one too far, but imagine they're like, dude, has anybody seen what's his name?
Human Torch.
Has anybody seen Human Torch? We haven't seen him in a few days. And Mr. Fantastic goes to his apartment, and is like knocking on the door, like, Human Torch, you in there? Like, is everything okay? And he hears Human Torch yelling, "Flame on!" from inside the apartment. So he opens the bedroom, and he's not lighting on fire.
And he's not alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's fine. They would never have to do that because they all live in the
then
Baxter
there's
building. He
an
doesn't have his own
invisible
apartment.
woman who's played by that pretty good-looking actress in the movies.
And, what the fuck is her name? Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Jessica Alba, by the way.
Yeah.
Secret
Dude.
billionaire. A lot of people don't know that she's like an insanely successful businesswoman.
Yeah,
That's why
I
she's not
do.
acting that much. Well, I know we do, but a lot of people
doesn't she have
don't.
a farm also?
I'm sure every rich person's
They
got
got
a
a
farm.
farm
They
these
all
days.
got
Yeah, they all got
farms. They all
farms.
think they're better than us with their fucking farms.
Yeah.
You know who had farms? Everybody used to have farms, okay? Yeah, it's special. Anyways,
Yeah, that is true.
everybody used to have farms.
Yeah.
And now
People-
it's like,
And also, you know what? That's
That's
like
kinda wild.
one of next thing super rich people are going to do. They're going to be homeless. They're going to not have homes. They're
I
not going
could
to live
see
on the
that.
streets, but like
no, but they're going to be like
Well, 'cause-
nomadic, basically. Yeah, that's going to be the thing.
I know a guy, shout out Colin Rutherford. He's a nomad.
That's cool.
Yeah, he has a company that he runs like remotely, and he just every
That's
3
awesome.
months just Airbnb, long-term Airbnbs in a different city.
That's lovely.
You don't think it would get a little bit stressful to just always be living in a new city on the go?
No way, man. Life in a
do.
suitcase, that's the life for me, baby.
Because
Just
it's not
hitching
like
a ride
he's
on the
doing that
rails.
just like vacation all the time. Like
Oh,
he
yeah.
runs a business, so he's still got work to do. I don't know.
I would love that.
Should have him on. Have him talk about it.
That'd be great.
Where was I going with this, though?
Where was I going with this?
You were...
Oh.
new superhero. Yeah, my
Oh,
bad.
not a new superhero. I
New
do wanna-
comic book.
New comic book.
Yes.
You want to say, I think we did touch on something pretty cool there with the farm things, though.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Sorry to bring it back to it.
No, let's
I was
keep
gonna say
talking
because,
about it.
like, again, not that... I don't think... Maybe farmers weren't, like, poor, but farmers weren't,
But
like... It was hardworking. It was a blue collar living.
yeah.
And now these rich folk think they can just come in and buy farms.
And they can, and they do.
I was also
But it's
going to
interesting because
mention
that's now
I
a
just
status symbol.
opened a new farm.
What?
I own my own farm now.
What kind of farm?
Beets.
I
No,
knew
it
you were going to
wasn't
say beets.
Pistachios.
Nice. Pistachio farming? I bet you that's hard work. I don't know how they harvest those, but I bet you it's difficult.
So I teed you up there. You didn't know this?
No?
Josh Allen grew up on a pistachio farm. I'm pretty
what
sure.
the
Google
fuck?
that.
Is this guy Clark
Will you
Kent?
Google that? Because that could be wrong. I'm
What
almost
should
positive.
what should I Google?
Emily,
You want me to?
do you know?
I don't actually.
Josh Allen.
Pistachio farm. Yeah. See? There you go.
Coming right up.
I was 99.9% certain it was a pistachio farm.
Damn.
Jesus.
I hope I don't know what
Is it the computer?
It's the computer. It is the computer.
What do
It's
we need to
gotta
do?
be the computer. It's gotta be the shoes.
Yeah.
Wow.
See? He's got a pistachio farm.
California.
How can I buy?
Those
Did you see that Reddit?
pistachios.
The top post
No.
under that was on Reddit. How can I buy pistachios from Josh Allen's farm?
I wonder what maybe they sell them to like wonderful pistachios. That's
Nah.
crazy. Well, somebody's got to buy them.
They're just slinging them. They got a town of 8,000
Wonderful
people. Wait a minute.
pistachio.
Oh, Josh Allen net worth. I thought that said the pistachio farm was worth that much.
I don't know, man.
Also, when did this article come out?
2000.
Wait, scroll back down to the net worth part. Now,
I think it's further.
yeah, keep going. I mean, it's literally big bold letters. Josh Allen's net worth. Yep. This includes his. So, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll back up there. I know that net worth is not like how much, like, hey, how much money do you have?
Yeah.
But that's so just, I'm going to read this out loud for the people not watching, and you make sense of it for me.
Okay.
Allen has an estimated net worth of $14 million, according to Marca. This includes his $43 million annual salary from the Bills, as well as his off-field investments like real estate, Therabody, Manscaped, Core Power Yoga, and, of course, his pistachio venture.
Still making pistachio money.
Can you explain that to me?
Yeah. Okay, so
So his net worth is $14 million.
Manscaped, Core Power Yoga, pistachios. He's losing $30 million a year
Okay.
on those companies.
Okay,
So
thank
that's
you.
what it is.
Okay, that now I understand.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
thank
that
you.
easy.
That you see that, right? I'm not that.
Oh yeah,
because but because,
Therabody, he's losing at least $10 million there annually on its own, without a doubt.
all right, because that doesn't make sense to me. Because
AI probably wrote this fucking article anyway. Who gives a shit?
really,
Is this
who's the author?
sportingnews.com. It says Sarah Efferus, which is definitely
No, she's the editorial intern. Recently,
yeah, that's who wrote this though.
Recent graduate of Northwestern and loves to talk about soccer and women's college sports.
Well,
That's the author?
yes. Why else would she be down there, Matthew?
I don't know. Maybe they were just like, hey,
If she's even real, she's not real though. That's the thing. Sarah Efferus. That's not real.
Fake
That's
name.
that's AI.
AI
That's
generated
completely
name.
AI generated. Yeah. I think Sports
all right.
Illustrated,
Back
like
to
all
the,
their online stuff is all AI.
Back to the comic book.
Right.
Is that AI?
This ain't AI.
Okay.
This is real eye, baby.
Realize.
Realize, recognize, realize,
Realize.
sister.
Realize.
So they're making this new Harley Quinn. I'm trying to see if I can find the title. It doesn't say it.
Harley Quinn comic book.
They're making a new Harley Quinn comic book. I'll read the
Yep.
breaking
go
news thing. DC is officially set to release a Harley Quinn fart fetish comic where you can rub and smell her farts on the page. So it's a comic book. It's got scratch and sniff technology, and
Underutilized these days, by the way. Like, that came out a long time ago, and nobody's using it anymore.
dude, it was huge. So here's the official description from DC of the comic book, and this is supposedly like Harley Quinn talking about it. I've been holding in all my very worst bits of bubble guts for the last 32 years, and it's all been leading up to this epic explosion.
Emily, zoom in on my face. while I
Your
read this.
nose will never be the same. You'll gag, you'll cry, you'll feel things you ain't never felt before. This fine publication is a celebration of all things past, present, and future. Sequential art's place in the annals of history is about to change with the release of Harley Quinn's. Here's the title: Harley Quinn Fartacular, Silent but Deadly, a comic that promises to have the highest concentration of gas per page ever committed to print.
All right. So a few things. Do you have something to say about this, or can I go?
Please.
Can we lock in? This is. I'm gonna say, all right. Just don't interrupt me.
Hands in
I'm
pockets.
speaking to the people of the world when I say this. Actually, no. I'm gonna start with DC. Whoever's idea at DC this was. Bad idea. You missed, okay? That's all I'm going to say. You missed wide, okay? Secondly, to all of DC, bad idea. Like, so so far I've told two people bad idea. My third thing, and this is the biggest problem I have with all of it, is that people are going to buy it.
Yeah, of course.
And what the fuck?
Actually, I might buy it.
Well, so remember when I said don't interrupt me?
Didn't you? Sorry.
Yes, we should buy a copy, and we should no touch it with hands. Keep it in a thing,
Put it on my pull list.
Unscratched. And like 15 years from now, let's see if we can sling that bad boy. Unscratched Harley Quinn farts 15 years from now. I mean, we're talking a gold mine, Andy. Oh, dude. Ugh. Because think about if you know.
Oh, I've thought about it,
No.
man. I've thought
Think
about
about
it
this.
all.
You know. Okay, close your eyes for me.
Okay.
Imagine you're driving through rural Pennsylvania and you drive past a truck stop that also has like an exotic like sex shop attached to it. You know what I'm talking about?
Lion's Den.
Something like that. Yes. You know what I'm talking about? Close
Yeah.
your eyes still.
Oh.
And you see a trucker that walks out of there clearly purchasing goods from the exotic shop. Now, make him 31 times more disgusting looking, and also make him 16 times more just gross. And then you see that face, you have his physical image, body, his outfit, you've got it all. That's who's buying this comic. And that's the problem I have with it, because if you run a comic book store, the people that are going to come in to buy that thing are not going to be homeostapians. Is that what they call humans?
What?
Emily?
Homeostapins?
Do you know what
I'll let you take this one. He asked
Emily,
you
you
to
know
go
what
for
I'm
it.
looking for?
Yes!
Homo sapien?
Homo sapiens.
Homeostasis.
All right, I combined the two.
Yeah.
Fucking sue me.
Combined it isn't a word either, motherfucker.
I compound the two.
Compound. You've been compound.
Do you not agree with what I'm saying?
Actually, I don't, because
Dude, there's going to be some... You know the guy...
yeah, obviously some people are gonna
You know the
look
guy
like that who buy
from-
it, but
South Park who plays the
Warcraft.
game? Yeah.
yeah, that guy.
That guy is who goes and buys it.
Obviously.
And he does unspeakable things to himself while sniffing that book.
Obviously.
That's
That's also
way
what's
too far.
that's also what's strange. You know
They're
what I
selling
saw
fart
today
porn.
at the comic book shop actually?
hopefully not fart porn.
No, not exactly. But like and I should have. Now I have an excuse to look inside of it for research purposes. But it's like it's a penthouse but like comics. So it's like
Cartoon.
it's like yeah.
Penthouse people.
Like yeah, so I guess it's like hentai or something. But like that is also a little strange to me, I feel like.
I have so
But-
many issues.
But we're talking about the Harley Quinn
Yeah,
farts.
and I have so many problems with this. I don't even.
It's
I
so
tried
crazy.
to start, and all I could come up with was bad ideas.
Because it is a sex thing for sure.
Without a doubt,
Like,
that's what they advertised it as. And like the way that they wrote that, somebody had to type that out pretending to be Harley Quinn, and they said my bubble guts.
yeah.
I have
All of that bad.
serious.
I don't like
serious
toot,
complaints.
Tooture. That one doesn't work.
Also,
That's a forced pun or whatever, I guess, and that's bad writing. I don't like that.
So there's one creative aspect that I am curious about that we'll never find out. But like, so here's the thing. You think back to like the old school like Batman, like I'm talking TV show, but it came from the comic, like pow,
Like, yeah,
bang,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And you see like and it shows like the comic book bubble of the
Yeah.
noise. So they're gonna have Harley Quinn's a drawing of Harley Quinn's butt,
Yeah.
and it's gonna say puff next to it, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, does each word, so puff, fart, like whatever the sound effect words are they going to be associated with their own smelling farts? Because that would at least be like creatively realistic.
You know what I
Right?
you know what
Like-
I would maybe do, because you got to think that there's like a standard fart smell for like these scratch and sniff things. It's like scratch and sniff this one, maybe it smells like a wet dog or something. Scratch and sniff this one, smells like a skunk maybe. Scratch and sniff this, it smells like a fart, right? But what if in the comic book, the first page she like it's Harley Quinn and she's like at a Thai restaurant. So then the next page there's a fart, Thai food. But then later in the comic she goes to like Burger King. Scratch and sniff that, it's a Burger King fart. That's interesting.
I hate
It's
this.
in-
I hate it. This is the most foul thing. This is
We're
the most,
pushing the
I'll tell-
medium
no,
forward.
I'll
We're
tell you
pushing
right
the
now,
medium
this
forward.
is the most foul thing that mankind has ever created, has ever done. This Harley Quinn fart sex book is the most foul thing
Okay.
that humankind has ever created.
The sex part is on the people buying it and making it.
Not
I don't
really,
Think, I don't
based
think
off-
I don't think she's like
She's
fucking
shitting
in the
on
book.
Jess? Oh yeah, she is.
No,
she's shitting on
it's
Jess.
okay. A shit scratch and sniff is way worse than a fart scratch and sniff. But also, look, you got to realize there's a lot of people out there, your friends and neighbors even, who some of them smell a fart and are like, "I'm coming."
That's why I hate this, Andrew. This is horrible.
For representation?
Of the humans. The aliens have been sitting above us
Yeah.
saying, like, I know they're not doing great, but let's just let them do their thing.
Hear them out. E.T. is up there.
And they're going to see that Instagram post or published post from DC, and they're going to be like, fuck, we waited too long. We got to go in. We got to step in. And I'll tell you right now, I've said this on this podcast multiple times because I know they're listening. I stand with the aliens.
You have
I'll
said that
fucking
before.
turn against the human race right now because of that shit like that.
And I bet you're not alone.
That's too far for me. Because it's a horrible idea. It's just a bad... Andrew, what good could that lead to? Here's the thing. I know they're two different things, but maybe tell the fucking people over at DC, hey, maybe let's try to come out with a decent movie and worry a little bit less about what Harley Quinn's ass smells like. That is so...
Listen, I see it from both. I see it
No,
from both
there's
sides.
not,
I see
no.
it from both sides.
You don't see it from both sides.
I do see it from both sides on that part.
Because I'll tell you what, too. There's maybe... I don't know. I don't even know what the number is. Okay, let's say there's 7 billion people in the world. Right?
Okay.
How many issues of that do they sell? 100,000?
It's a good question.
Versus, this doesn't really have anything to do with how many people are in the world. I was just trying to think of a number of people. So, versus, if they came out with a decent movie, how many people would see it?
Right.
And also lasts a lot longer. Because, again, with Scratch and Sniff, it's really one take.
Yeah, it fades away.
Yeah.
That's one of the first heartbreaking things you learn as a child.
That,
Hearts and farts.
Yeah.
They fade away.
The guy who buys that gets 1, maybe 2.
Good jerks out of it.
Yeah.
Let's not mince words here.
Yeah.
Jerks. He gets a couple of jerks out of it. Then he's got to throw it away.
I was going to say climaxes.
Well, then I'm glad I said what I said. He gets 1 to 2 climaxes out of it.
I wish the episode was over. I don't want it.
We don't have to talk about this anymore, but
We
I do think it's
though.
interesting.
We do. Because that's the thing.
It's gonna happen. So I've added it to my pull list. So we'll get a copy. I'll get a couple of copies. Because as a collector, I feel like maybe in the future, that could be worth something. Like there's all kinds of weird comics out there that nothing necessarily spectacular happens in them or anything, but they're just like weird little crazy things. Like, oh, this is strange. Like, can you believe they tried this at some point or something? It's kind of what this is.
Yeah, and it should be erased from history instantly. That's also that's also like, again, back to me telling DC it was a bad idea. It should have never gotten to this point. It's like,
I do agree with that.
It's like
it is crazy.
when the janitor in Ted has the idea to like kidnap Ted and make more Teds.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't even a bad idea, but it's like, why were this guy's obviously a lunatic. Why are you taking ideas from him?
Yeah.
Like, that person should be, I was going to say blacklisted, and then assassinated almost rolled off my tongue.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what call up Luigi Mangione. Brother,
Yeah.
I got another hit for you.
Hey, brother, I got some 3D printing material in the mail for you. Cook up another one of those Glocks. All right. Now that you're out of things to talk about,
Yeah, I'm done. I brought a lot to the table right there.
yeah, unfortunately you did. It's an interesting time.
You're not going to like me asking you this question.
All right, go ahead.
But let's say.
No.
All right, that's fair.
Go ahead.
I mean, that is probably going to be your answer.
Yeah, no,
I know you're
it
not going
is.
to like this question, but let's say that you like started, dating this woman and you totally fall in love with her and she's in love with you and you guys have this incredible relationship. And even you've been going out for like years at this point and you're still having a great time together. Probably going to get hitched, whatever it is. But then she says to you, I got to be totally honest with you. I get off on smelling farts. Would you let her smell your farts for the sake of the relationship? Swear to God. If she was totally serious, she sat you down. She's like, I'm being honest and vulnerable as shit with you right now. No pun intended. I'm going to be real with you. Like, this is what I
No,
like.
I'm out. Instantly out.
Really? What if you've been together for like a decade? What if she's the mother of your children? Divorce? But all she's
You know what I'm
asking.
going to do? I'm going to say, I don't. So this is the thing. And maybe I'm off base here. But in my head, my version of a regular person never, even if that's the case, that stays inside of them forever. That comment never comes out. I don't care what freaky shit you're into.
Yeah.
That's one where you probably are like, hey, I'm going to have to find another way. Or you stockpile Harley Quinn sex fart books so you got enough to last you till maybe you're in your 60s.
And by then,
hopefully, you're
farting enough for yourself.
oh,
You
you're
can smell
just
it all the
you're
time.
over it.
Ugh.
Or something.
so funny.
That was a horrible question. I hate it. I should
That
have
wasn't
stopped.
a horrible
I should have
question.
stopped you when you
That
said
wasn't
no.
a horrible question. That was
It
curious.
was horrible because I just didn't
You don't
again,
want to
like,
have to put yourself in that.
if I ever
headspace.
end up in that situation,
Yeah.
I probably have an alternative solution
Oh, sure.
that involves you attending my funeral.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I'm just like, what the fuck how did I end up in this spot?
Record
Done.
scratch.
Yeah.
I bet you're wondering how I got myself into this.
Yeah.
For that, we got to take it way back.
Yeah. And then it's the whole love story.
Yeah. And then
Honestly, that's not a bad movie idea. Guy standing like on top of a bridge.
oh my God, we're taking from there.
No, and then he record scratches.
I know that. But I was thinking we do the record scratch when she tells him about the
No,
fart fetish.
no.
He's already at the bridge.
Yeah. And then you tell the whole
So
love
then-
story.
And then the reveal,
Well, 'cause
because
you're
the
thinking, like-
reason, no,
Yeah,
because the
no.
reason you're watching the movie
'Cause you're
is like,
thinking,
how does this guy get to the point?
Yes.
How does a man get driven to the edge
Exactly.
so far?
And you're waiting for like a bad breakup or like she passes
And that's
away
the inciting
of like
incident.
illness or something.
There's a very famous movie from the 70s called Love Story. And that's kind of
Taylor
exactly
Swift
how
song.
it happens. It's this guy, And it starts with the voiceover. He's like, I bet you're wondering how I got here. I don't think he's trying to kill himself, but there is something. And then it turns out that, like, they go back, tell this great love story. It turns out the girl died of, like, cancer or whatever. So it's basically that, but now it's farting. You know what? You are selling me. Maybe this is a good movie idea.
I mean, if the Harley Quinn book can sell, then we can sell. Then Warner Brothers should be chomping at the bit. Is that the chomping at the bit?
Yeah.
What is it? Chomping at the bid? What is it supposed to be?
It's bit, like racehorses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Because
I was right then. Chomping at the bit.
Yeah. Like they're ready to go.
Warner Brothers should be chomping at the bit to buy this movie. We do have to do Who Would Win of the Week. I'm trying to think of things that I was going to touch on. Did I talk to you about Surviving Barstool?
Not really. You just said I should watch it.
You should watch it.
Okay.
It's still good.
Yeah.
Very entertaining. But, like, fuck, dude. Like, shows like that, like, it's such a... I mean, bravo to them, like, how well they do it. Because, when you're watching, like, Survivor, the show, like, there's people that, like, you think, like, I would murder that person, and then there's people that you're like, I want them to win.
Yeah.
So it gets, like, you watch this show, and it gets to the point where it's the same thing, but it's also all personalities that you already know for the most part. So, like, but it gets to that point so bad where even your preconceived notions of, like, I really like this person, I don't really like this person, flip during the show because, and they're just it's like, it's $250,000 cash prize, this one. So, like, it's a substantial amount of money. So, like, they play to, it gets nasty. And my favorite part is, though, because I know this is how I would be, the people that are like, that's fine, but if you vote me out, like, it's not just this game. Like, it's our professional lives, too. Like, we're done. Like, we're not doing shows together anymore. We're not doing podcasts. We're not doing none of it. Like, we're done. Like, that's the shit I love. Because that's how I would be, too. I'd be like, you're dead to me. Don't you voted for me? You wrote my name down on that little piece of paper? We're done.
Uh-huh.
I'll throw it all away.
Yeah.
So if you ever vote for me in a Survivor type scenario, just know.
Brother, I'd miss the vote. I don't know how I would, but I would miss the vote. I'd be like, isn't there something I'm supposed to... Where is everybody?
Yeah.
What's going on? I'm just like, I don't know why I picture, but I'm like, picturing myself in a batting cage, like just alone, like
in the middle
swinging
of
at
Desert
balls.
Island.
Yeah, the one batting cage.
Yeah.
It was a prize for one of the rounds, one of the challenges.
Unlimited coins to the batting cage.
All right. Well, we better do the old who would win, huh?
Yeah, we do got to do the old.
Okay,
who would
let
win.
me remember what it is. Oh,
It was the last
Totally
one
forgot.
It was your last idea.
Yeah.
Emily,
Yeah.
I know what.
Hold on.
I'm asking.
Let me
Emily
just
a
look.
question. I'm asking Emily a question while you look.
Oh, a different question?
Emily, when I'm not here, does Andrew say like
Oh, I
I'm gonna
got
do the who would win of the week? Who would win of the week bit again? Like,
It's not a bit, man.
but it sucks, dude. It's
Like
so
him not
fucking
remembering.
Yeah,
easy to
I suck.
remember.
Sorry. I just told you I'm missing the Survivor belt. By the
dude,
way,
I
in
know,
that
and
batting
maybe
cage,
that's me
I
being too
haven't
hard
hit
on
one
you.
ball.
I'm hard
I
on
haven't
people.
hit one ball.
You just keep
I
trying.
nicked one.
Yeah,
It fouled off. But that's all I've got. Anyways, the who would win of the week this week is Gordon Ramsay versus. Fuck! I just looked at it.
Look down.
Oh my God!
You fucking
God,
idiot.
I am fucking dumb.
I'm hard on people. I'm sorry. I apologize.
The who would win of the week this week is Gordon Ramsay versus the Soup Nazi from Seinfeld.
Can I? You want to start? You start. You start.
Okay. First of all, let me pull out this. It's a ladle signed by the actor who played the Soup Nazi himself,
Whose name? Not his real name. What's his character name?
Yev Kasem.
Yev Kasem.
This ladle is signed by Yev Kasem himself. And Yev, we don't know a ton about him, but it clearly seems like he comes from like some Eastern European country
Yeah,
where like
he's an
life
immigrant.
was very hard.
Yeah.
And he became, as a man, very hard. And he takes his soups very, very seriously. Gordon Ramsay, also a pretty tough guy, certainly expects a lot from anyone who's like trying to get into the cooking field. He's like, if you want to do this, you got to work hard and you got to do it right. But I think there is something to be said about the Soup Nazi being so specialized, so focused on his soup. Because Gordon, I mean, it's steak, His scrambled eggs are famous. Scallops, obviously. Like it's all that stuff. Which, from a culinary standpoint, shout out to him. But we're talking these two guys getting in the ring, facing each other, mano a mano. Somebody like the Soup Nazi, because the Soup Nazi is the Soup Nazi all the time. Gordon Ramsay is sometimes, like, if you see him on Master Chef Kids or whatever that is, like, he's really good with those kids, which is what you don't want to be mean to the kids, obviously. But the Soup Nazi would be mean to those kids.
See, I'm glad you brought this up. And when I saw this fight, you know the winner right away. I actually don't even think the fight's close. I really wanted to do the Who Would Win of the Week more to shit on Gordon Ramsay, which I'm about to do.
Okay.
I don't actually know whether or not he's a good chef. I'll take your word for it, I suppose, that he cooks up a mean meal.
Trust me.
I think everything else about the guy is total fraud. I think he's a fraud. I think it's all fraudulent.
Well,
it's
a personality thing.
Yeah, I
sure.
think it's all an act. I don't think he's that guy.
I think he's a little bit that guy. Like, I don't think he holds back, but I don't think he's like, and sometimes he plays it up, but I do think he's serious about it. If he was like running his own kitchen in his own restaurant, I'm sure he would be very much like the show The Bear, because I think that's how a lot of those places are. Like, it's a very cutthroat world. Dude.
So I'm not saying the guy's like sunshine and roses off camera, but like I don't think he's at all the man he pretends to be. Also, you have so much dust on your sleeve from that. That thing was incredibly
really dusty. Yeah.
I think Gordon Ramsay, I think the whole thing's an act. I think he's a fraud. I think the Soup Nazi, I got the hiccups.
I hear you. Sorry.
I don't know what to do.
Just believe
I'm
in
trying
yourself.
to battle.
Yeah.
But I'm telling a story with the hiccups on a podcast. It's not going well.
Story of my life.
I think the Soup Nazi, one, so you said a couple things. One, I would agree. I think he immigrated from somewhere where he had a very difficult life beforehand. And I also, this is a total inference, I would assume that he has some military experience.
Ooh.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he was even like a chef in the military, and that's
Right.
where he honed in his ability to make soups. But I will say that he still has, he still had to go through some type of militaristic style training. I would assume, tough life growing up, immigrated here, started his business, and he knew one way to run it, and that's why it's successful. And also, to your point, he specializes in soup. He's not doing non-soup things because he is honing a craft, and it's multiple kinds of soup. It's not just one soup.
But it's soup.
But it's like, hey, I'm going to be great at soup. I'm going to be detail-oriented when it comes to my craft, and I'm going to be one of the best of all time at it.
And his shop is like about the size of this room. It's just soup lying out the door every day.
Yeah. And also
the dedication that takes.
So that adds to it too. And again, maybe that's from his potential military experience that I'm creating. That I'm assuming he has. Also, I imagine the Soup Nazi as like 6'4" with like 17-inch hands. Like, I just assume he's got massive paws. You know what I mean? Gordon Ramsay, to me, again, this is not statistical, but this does play in this sense, is 5'10" and a half, but he tells everybody he's 6 foot. Because he's a little bit self-conscious about the fact that he's only 5'10" and a half.
Yeah.
And that's why he goes around running, yelling at people who, again, the people that go on his shows, they know they're not good cooks.
Yeah.
So don't fucking berate them.
No.
Just tell them how to make the mac and cheese.
They need to get their ass in gear. That's a problem with Kitchen Nightmares. Is the motherfuckers on that show are lazy as shit, and they don't care.
No,
that they're bad.
I'm talking about the ones where it's like Kitchen Nightmares is the one where he goes to actual restaurants, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the ones where they bring in like the worst chefs of all time and like make them compete against each other, kind of thing.
Oh, I don't know if he was on that show. Worst Chefs in America? I don't think so.
No, it wasn't that. But no, it was the one where they were in the ring and he would scream at people though.
Oh, Master Chef.
Maybe.
Those are good chefs, though.
No, but it was shitty chefs. I'm almost positive.
I don't know. But to
And also,
sure.
here's the thing. This is really food in a nutshell. Everybody's taste buds are different, right?
Maybe.
So what
I
tastes
don't know the
good,
sides behind
what
that.
tastes good to somebody that Gordon Ramsay's yelling at, or what tastes bad to Gordon Ramsay might taste good to the person he's yelling at. Whereas the soup Nazi, he understands you might not like his soup, and if that's the case, he doesn't give a shit. Just get out of his line.
Yeah.
You
Keep
don't
it
like
moving.
this, you're gone. You're
Yeah.
done. I don't need you. I'm not like no soup. That's fine. But he's not gonna light you up. Be like, you need to do it this way. He's not gonna tell you, no, you need to eat this soup. He's just gonna say, fine, boom, you're gone. You're done.
Yeah.
See you later.
To sum up my perception of this battle, I don't feel exactly the same way you do as Gordon Ramsay. I do think that this is like just two tough guys, but one of them is clearly just so much tougher than the other one that
Yes,
the Soup
yeah.
Nazi
Well,
is
no,
taking
Gordon
it.
Ramsay, I don't think is tough, but the soup
I hear
Nazi
you. That's
is
where we
legit.
differ, but
And the soup Nazi, I know this is the first one of the year, but I'll tell you right now, I think he's making a run.
I would love to see him go far.
364 days from now, 360 days from now, whatever it is, you guys are going to
Be on the lookout for
hard
Yev
pressed
Kassem.
for Yev Kassem to not win a championship. I'm taking the soup Nazi.
I'm taking the Soup Nazi too, baby. Represent.
Shout out a clean sweep. Vote on that on Friday on Instagram. Who would win of the week? What's his name?
Yev Kassem.
Yev Kassem, the soup Nazi from Seinfeld versus Gordon Ramsay, the fraudulent chef.
Terrific.
That's about all I got for you today, Andy.
Yeah, and I know you got to get out of here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. A couple things. One, if anybody that listens to our show buys the Harley Quinn fart sex comic book, unironically, unsubscribe.
okay, nice. Because I am gonna buy 2 copies. I'm gonna buy one to never touch, and then I'm gonna buy one to bring here so we can smell it on the pod.
Will not take
You
part in
have
that.
to smell it on the podcast, Matthew.
Why
Matthew,
would I
smelling it on the
subject
pod.
myself
Smell it on
to
the pod. Because you got to. Because you only get Matthew. Because you only get one ride on this big blue marble, and
Andy?
you got to make the most of it.
I love you.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.